Keynote speaker, Ryan Harris. I've known Ryan for probably about, might be like 5 years now, 5 or so years. He was playing for the Broncos and came to our academic center and just wanted to volunteer and be around academics and learn and think about that next step in his life. And from my perspective, that was something that our student athletes really needed to see from someone who's already in the NFL and making it big, but thinking about that next step. But Ryan Harris is a 10-year vet in the National Football League. He won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. Not a Bronco fan, but it's okay. In 2015, in Super Bowl 50, everyone can remember that. He's also a graduate of Notre Dame University, as well as majoring in economic policy, as well as political science. He is a CBS Channel 4 Denver analyst right now. And I've seen him a couple of times. He does an okay job. I might have to give him a few tips on how to speak on TV. No, but he does a wonderful job. He does the Fantasy Football Hour, as well as the Denver Altitude TV and other television shows as well. He's also on the Altitude radio show. I think that's 95 The Fan. 95 The Fan. And he sent me a link to listen to him. They talk about some good things, so I'll definitely say check him out on 95 The Fan and hear what they have to say about sports and other things going on in the Denver metro area and the world of sports. But without further ado, I'd like to bring Ryan up here. He's a guy who's gone through a tremendous battle and also has a book out, Mindset, and I think it's a great opportunity for us to hear from him and think about how he goes through his day-to-day battles and things that he works through, not only as a student athlete at the University of Notre Dame, but in his present life right now. Ryan Harris.
How y'all doing? Good. How y'all doing? All right. Welcome, friends. I would like to first say thank you to Medford, to Rex, to Katie, to many people who helped bring me here. Let's give them a round of applause for putting it together today. And I'd also like to say thank you to you. I can tell you as an African-American Muslim, your attendance, your time, your effort in paying attention to some of the other champions that have spoken today means a lot to me, people who look like me and believe in things like me. So give yourselves a round of applause for being uncomfortable with it today. Well, I'm excited today to be here with you. Today we're going to talk about the power of choosing your mindset. And before we get started, we're going to use kind of, as in the inclusion summit, I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience in the NFL, being a Muslim, the conversations we had. But I want to test your teachers real quick. Anybody heard of the Immaculate Conception? Raise your hand. Religious idea? All right. Now, raise your hand if you think it is Christians who believe in the Immaculate Conception. Raise your hand if you think it's Muslims who believe in the Immaculate Conception. Raise your hand. How many know that it's both? My, how similar we are when we get over our different names, right? So the question becomes, why should we include people who are different than us? Why does it matter if we surround ourselves with people who are different than us? Well, the easy answer in sports is that's what you do to win. And it may shock you, but out of the 53 Super Bowl championship teams, not one was built of a roster with players only from Ohio. Right? People from all over. And it goes beyond sports. Our favorite technology wasn't created by just one type of person in one place. The technology we know and love was a collaboration between ideas and people who spoke different languages, ate different foods, and ended up creating something together that made everybody happy. So that's why inclusion and diversity is important. That's why it's great to surround yourself with people who don't think and look like you. And the next question becomes how. How do we make sure, if we're the majority, we make people feel comfortable? We try to do that all the time with Peyton. You know, you get around a bunch of black guys and say, hey, Peyton, why don't you come on down, sit down, and listen to some of our music. Call that music? You know, that's what this is. How do we, when we are not included, speak up for ourselves? How do we overcome not feeling included if we're even on a team, which happens all the time? And we do it with our mindset. You choose your mindset every day. And when you choose your mindset, you choose to change the world. So let's change the world. And when we talk about mindset, it's important to think about what that really means. When I was younger, I used to think that was Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. I don't know if some of you young kids know that. Karate Kid. Crane? It's not a yoga pose. That's how you win. Right? Or the Jedi Master Yoda levitating a spaceship. Right? When you boil it down, your mindset really consists of three simple beliefs. I am, I can, I will. Say it with me. I am. I can. I will. Not like you believe in yourself. I am. I can. I will. Believe. When you believe in yourself, you are choosing a mindset that creates everything you set out to do. It is with your mindset that you can overcome the greatest failures and successes and keep moving in the face of an obstacle. I had to choose my mindset at an early age. I called myself Obama Black. I'm white and black. Right? At different times in my career, I was too young. I was too old. Right? I was too short. I was too small. I even had one coach tell me, Ryan, you get injured so much because you have soft bones. If anybody's a pre-med, I don't think that's a clinical diagnosis. Right? But through 10 different surgeries, 10 years of playing in the NFL, the one thing that kept me going through success and failure was my mindset. I chose my mindset. And so do you. And let's start with the words I am. When you speak the words I am, two things happen. You immediately begin to take stock of who you are and where you are at. You begin to build resolve. I am Muslim, and if I were to resign myself to what people thought Muslims were, I would not be standing here today. The night before the Super Bowl, I told myself the truth. I am terrified that my greatest achievement in life will be my greatest failure if we lose this game. You also get to be honest with yourself. I am happy. I am angry. I am anxious. I am excited. Things that, especially in an NFL locker room, you would never admit vulnerabilities, right? But you get to have that with yourself when you speak the words I am. But you must also take ownership of the negative. Right? I am not working hard enough. I am not including teammates of mine or people who look different than me. I am only hiring people who look like me, think like me, live near me. And that's where we find the second aspect of our mindset. I can. Say it back to me. I can. I can. I can. I can. I can. At some point, your good will not be good enough. Let me say that again. At some point, your good will not be good enough. That's okay. And in that moment, speak the words, I can. So one of the things that happens in the NFL is when you make a mistake, you immediately try and figure out the problem, right? Whose fault was it? As a lineman, right? Did the quarterback have enough time to throw the football? Right? Because it couldn't possibly be our fault with the problem, right? But all that's in the past. You want to win in life, you want to win in the NFL, you want to reach your greatness, you better start looking for what you can do. So when you speak the words I can, you immediately exude a willingness that highlights the opportunities in front of you instead of the past behind you. I am a Muslim, and I can encourage my teammates to ask me any question they want about Islam. I can tell them, ask me about being a Muslim. I'd rather have you live in knowledge than live in ignorance. I will not be upset with you. I got questions like, Ryan, what do Muslims laugh at? Ryan, where do Muslims shop? Well, you seen Kevin Hart movie? Like, yeah. Muslims like Kevin Hart. Okay. Been to Flatirons Mall, Park Meadows, yeah. We shop there too. But people don't know. I'm understanding that a lot of people, estimated 65% of Americans, do not have a Muslim friend or coworker. So I can bring up being Muslim around them. I can